Hey everybody, what's going on? Rob Cesternino here, and gonna go live to talk about a little Dondi here tonight. So we just watched the Dondi finale. It's 11 p.m. here on the East Coast. I put the coffee on because I'm very excited to talk some Dondi tonight, and I want to bring in some people from the chat to talk some Dondi here with me. Okay? So confused. Are you confused about the Dondi finale? Okay. All right. To join me to talk some Dondi. Yes! Dondi!
Andy!
Dondi! Yes, we did it. Hey, Sophie. Sophie loves Deal or No Deal Island. Sophie would be great on Dondi.
That's Sophie G. Clark. Oh my God, yeah, she would be so good at this game. What do we have to do to get Sophie on for next season?
That is look, so many opportunities for Sophie if she wants them.
Yeah,
Chappell, how are you?
Sophie's saving herself for a different show in a couple, seasons. I heard there's a
Mm-hmm.
Survivor. Anyway, Survivor versus Australia, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But yes,
Deal or
what's
No
possible?
Deal versus Australia.
Yes, different.
Hey,
No
Matt
deal versus
Scott. Hi,
Australian
David.
Survivor.
Dondi super fan David Bloomberg is in the chat. Let me see.
Uh,
Okay.
don't do snakes. Damn it. Okay, Sophie. Next time. There's always Survivor 50. All right.
Okay.
Hey,
Oh,
Naomi's in the
Naomi,
chat.
are we taking callers today? Okay, let's see.
I
I
mean,
added Jenny.
okay. To Jenny and Dundee. Shout out to reality TV
Donde, reality
fans.
TV fan, always a big day. So,
Yes.
all right. So, can we talk spoilers about that Dondi finale yet?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
all right.
So Paris Hilton.
Anybody
Yes or
who's here,
no?
we're talking Dondi. We're talking spoilers. Okay.
Deal or no deal island for the people who don't know what Dundee is. Because I guess
Deal or no?
Dundee is
This is Deal or
deal
No Deal
or
Island.
no deal
Okay.
island spoilers coming soon. I'm telling you,
Yes.
we're excited to talk about this.
Yes. Okay. All right. Will have a full Dondi finale recap up on RHAP in a little bit. But first, we got this Instagram live thing we got to do.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Are we bringing Jenny in?
I hit the button. I invited her. I hit the button. I accepted her friend request
She's
to
coming, I
join.
promise. Yeah, she
Yeah.
said let me in. Look, what is the hold? What were we doing, y'all? Oh gosh. Where's Aaron when we need him? I know he's a young lad. He knows this technology thing. We're all olds. There
Yes.
she
Okay.
There
is.
Here's
we
Jenny.
go.
Yeah.
Jenny.
Yeah, it just said request sent, so it wouldn't let me bug you again. So I was just like waiting
Okay.
Yeah.
here.
All right. Sorry about that. Yeah. I had to
Oh,
hit
we're
the
good.
add the princess card. Okay.
You get to
Yes.
play
Yes.
the princess card.
All right. Yes. Okay. So, we're gonna talk some Dondi tonight, and
Mm.
maybe some friends will stop
I
by.
love
Congratulations
friends.
to Jordan, the winner,
Yay.
Jordan!
Dandy.
the winner of
Dandy!
Dondi, walking away with what, $1.2 million.
$1 million.
$1 million.
Hey. Jordan.
Congratulations to Jordan.
Jordan put on a clinic, just wow, just from beginning to end, never in danger. Nobody ever came for her. She didn't get any fights. She didn't get any arguments. Just came in, did a little vacation for two weeks, and won all this money. Go Jordan.
She had banker Howie in a blender tonight.
He know what
Howie
to do
was
with her.
quaking.
Yeah. He didn't know what to do with her. Man, Jordan, what a clean game. We're gonna be talking about this in the future because there's more Dondi coming, and we're gonna be like, is Jordan's move the optimal strategy? Let's talk about it. Man, we're gonna start calling it the Jordan technique, the Jordan style of play. Oh man, she's a
I mean,
pioneer.
Rob said like he figured out halfway through or whenever he figured out the strategy to do well in this game, and Jordan knew what to do and she was doing it. She was able to do it. I'm sure Rob was sitting there being like, God, I wish that was the game I could play. So I mean, it's so many props to her. She knew how to play it.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing about Dondi, because I mean it's a game where somebody has to say your name
Mm-hmm.
in one way, either put you in to play against the banker or beat the banker and then say you're the person to go home. And Jordan said, I'm not going to do that. She didn't play Deal or No Deal up until tonight. I mean, she never was in the bottom. She was never even on anybody's mind to be eliminated.
Mm-hmm.
There was maybe 1 week where Rob, I think, uttered her name as someone who he literally identified that she was someone who no one was looking at, and that was someone that was going to float their way to the end. I don't know exactly how he worded it. Like, he manifested. Like, he didn't manifest it. He just knew that was the way to do it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He started looking at all the bullets whizzing past him. He's like, okay, I'm shooting at this side, they're shooting at me. And the whole time that's happened, Jordan's just standing over here waving like, oh, yeah, that's crazy. And you know that as you take out more of each side, the only side that's not getting shot at is Jordan's side. He identified it because it was right there in front of him. He was thinking, damn, why can't I do that? I would love to be able to let y'all attack each other while we just slip under the radar. But Jordan's game was so good that once he realized that he couldn't even stop her, you know?
Oh, it's Amy from Dundee.
Hey.
Hey, Amy.
It's after 10 o'clock here, so I have no makeup on, no lashes, hair's a mess. But I'm excited to join. Thanks for having me.
Yes, Amy. Thank you for making some time to talk about Dondi here with us tonight. And you were so close to getting into that spot with the banker. How are you doing?
It's been an emotional night. You know, I just have been since the episode started. I just immediately broke down in tears in my husband's arms. You know, I didn't go, you know, everybody has a story. I have a story. But you know, I grew up very humble beginnings. So I didn't go on this show to be popular, to be the next Boston Rob, to look for a best friend, to find a baby daddy, to find a husband. Like, I went on this show to change my family's life, and I played very cutthroat. I played very in your face. I played very you know, in real life, I'm such a really, and nobody's gonna believe this because America thinks I'm an asshole, but in real life, I'm just a very giving, nurturing, gentle person.
Yeah.
So I woke up every day.
Amy, nobody listen.
This is a
No, I know Boston Rob. Okay, that he'll go out there and play like an asshole too.
Yeah.
Okay, doesn't mean you're a bad person. Okay,
Yeah.
So they say, you know, hate the game, don't hate the player, right, Chappell? That's what they say.
That's what they say. Amy, look at the comments. Everybody's like, Amy, you got to play again. We're here for the gamers. You have fans. Don't look at the assholes online. They don't know what they're talking about. They're just complaining. Look at all the people who loved watching you play. You were cutthroat. You went there. You were the underdog in a lot of ways. You came in second place. Amy, be proud. You did it.
And
Yeah.
I am 4'11".
Hey.
My husband,
hell yeah.
my husband is a 6'4" black guy. I'm just 4'11" little chunky white girl. We could not be any more opposite. I'm like, if anybody should be playing this game, it's him. Like, but I played with my all. I gave it 110%. I honestly, you know, I didn't even know how far I was gonna go. I didn't know what these challenges were gonna look like, but I knew one thing is if Boston Rob is in this game, he's the GOAT. Like, he is so good. If he is in this game, I'm the last person on earth that's going to have a chance at winning this game, you know? So, but I'm a very, not really talk behind your back type person. If I have something to say, I'm going to say it to your face. Like, Rob, I can't win with you here. Like, you have to go, you know? So I just woke up every day. Miranda, me and Nick, Steph, really, really close. Dawson. I was like, guys, this is a game. I'm going to come off as a jerk. I'm going to come off mean. I'm going to come off rude. But guess what? I'm not here to win America's heart. I'm here to win millions of dollars. So I have to do what I can, especially, you know, I'm not a gym rat, obviously. Like, I like to eat pizza. I like to drink wine, and that's what I do.
So
relatable. Same.
I am who I am. So I didn't like go on this crash diet and lose 50 pounds and do ab work like I probably should have, that I might have held with Jordan at the end, but I don't regret a thing. Love me or hate me, I did everything I could to further myself. And I mean, I got you know, I got second, not what I wanted, but it's a hell of a lot better than 11 other people did, including Rob, who's the freaking GOAT. So, you know, I'm proud of myself.
Amy, when you were shaking the rope
We loved it.
tonight, oh, that was so funny.
We
Like
That was
that-
amazing.
That is the thing that I loved about your game, is that you found the spots where if it wasn't exactly in your wheelhouse, you were able to figure out ways to work around those things. If things weren't necessarily built for you, you knew what your strengths were and how you could manipulate situations, whether it was socially or what have you. So here's the thing is, we want to watch people that are here to play the game and also make excellent TV, and you did both of those things. So even if you didn't win the game, I'm hoping you want to call to another show, because
yes, the trader is coming soon.
Like,
I'm just saying.
we
Yeah,
want gamers.
you know, I had to be really creative. I'm not scared of a lot of things. I'm not scared of snakes. I'm not scared of heights. I'm not scared of getting dirty. I'm from a very small town in Oklahoma. You know, I had to rely a lot on my brain. Like when it came down to the, you know, I was like, I need a mental comp. I've memorized everybody's age or birthday
You
and their daddy's birthday.
got one.
Mama's hair. Like, I got this. So the one thing, when we had this little bitty tiny piece of a mental comp, I killed it. I was the first one in there. But guess what? I'm 4'11". I hit every effing dead end possible because I can't see above the freaking corn stalk or whatever the hell that was. But I didn't give up, and you know, I was beat red. I was like, I'm literally about to pass out. So when I ran out of that maze and you guys see me hit the ground, that wasn't like for shenanigans and to be cute. I was like, I got to sit my ass down right now. I need a breather. I was spent. Like, I ran that thing longer than any of the other three.
Your spirit
When you told
always seemed high, though. That's the other thing, is like, even when all of this stuff was like extremely hard looking, like it seemed like you were always still like smiling through it, which was really fun to see. Like that energy was still up.
Well, thank you. You know, I knew it was a game, but I also wanted to take it in and enjoy it and remember, you know, like Jordan said, she made connections with every single person. I did make really good connections with almost every single person too. You know, we're all great friends. Most of us are great friends. There's nobody I hate. There's nobody I wish anything ill will or, you know, anything. Like, I've talked to everybody since, in some form or fashion. But I definitely made some friends for life, and I am so shocked. Jordan has not told anybody that she's having a baby. So I'm literally trying to take this in. I'm talking to you guys because I'm
So
like,
you just found out too?
I just found out, and I'm gonna be mad if anybody else knew, because I'm like, you should have told me. I was crying for you. I am so ecstatic for her. Being a mom, this part will get me emotional, but being a mom is the absolute best thing in the world. Yes, the baby surprise. Nick, you knew.
Nick knew.
Nick knew.
Oh,
Nick
Nick.
knew.
Oh, no.
Nick
We're going to have
knew.
trouble now.
Kick his ass,
I'm
Amy.
about to put some people's phone up after this.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Dox him.
All
I'm
right.
so
Well,
happy for her. I would do it all again, knowing that she wins, because she's gonna get to be a mom, and that's so beautiful.
yeah. Well, Amy, thanks for making a couple minutes to hop on with us. I know you're going to talk to Chappell tomorrow, so we've got more questions for you. But Amy, thank you so much. Okay.
Absolutely. Thank you guys.
Killed it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Okay.
Hey, Nick,
All right.
Nick's so messy. He didn't say it in the chat that he didn't name the baby. Amy didn't even know the baby was coming. He didn't name the baby. He was in Nashville with them. And
Wait,
everything.
Nick named the baby?
Nick named the baby. The baby's named after Nick Jr.
Okay.
Nick
Junior, is that what they're going to go with?
No, that's not gonna, they're not gonna make me that big.
Yes. Look, it's Stephanie is here. Stephanie, how are you?
Hey guys.
Nandi.
Represent.
Yes. Stephanie, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well tonight. You know, I've been fortunate enough to look at this program from a viewer perspective, and then also from like someone who was in the game. So like part of my usual wind down is watching the program and then getting on RHAP and see what the people are talking about.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, how did we do?
Y'all did so so good. I mean,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
Y'all did good. I love the gamer perspectives. I love when it gets on an even tone. I like when you guys call out bullshit for what it is. I'm like, oh, Chappelle seen that. Okay, got it.
Okay.
That's Chappelle sees bullshit.
Yeah, so I've had a great time, and I appreciate you guys' commentary and your recaps. It's been real. You guys did a great job.
Thank you so much, Stephanie. Appreciate you being a good sport and making some time to come on and talk with us. And it looked like you were right there. If you have a higher case, is this you taking home all this money?
Yeah, I mean, everybody thinks about it like, well, what would I have chosen? You know, would I have chosen case 18? Would I have, you know, and who's to say 18 wasn't one of my numbers, but it's also not one of the numbers that I would have chosen. So it's hard to say, but I know that I did whatever it is that I could to be standing there, and it just came down to dumb luck. And I felt super fortunate not to be taken out by Rob. I know you guys saw him at the temple. He's like, Rob, if you could do it, if it's the last thing I'll do.
If it's the last thing I do, Stephanie, yeah, I owe you one.
So that was a really great moment for me where I was like, all right, you know, I played really hard. I you know, have very, very few regrets in this game. I come from a gamer background. I wanted to do something like this my whole life. It was a wonderful experience. And like, I couldn't have asked for anything more except, of course, for the $13 million. But aside from that, I had a good old time.
It was so fun watching you. I love that Boston Rob in episode 1 just casually was like, you know who I don't like? I think Stephanie should go out, maybe. But he called it because like 6, 7 episodes later, you're the one who knocks.
Yeah.
You're his biggest threat to winning the game
Totally.
for at least half of the season, and there's nothing you can do about it. It was so fun watching you play because there's so many people. We've watched them play on other shows. They just fold under the pressure of it. It's Boston Rob.
Yeah.
And you just rose to the occasion. I know a lot of people didn't love it, but we enjoyed watching you play.
We need a formidable opponent, you know?
You said it. You have to be like, and knowing like the background, the way that I do know his background, I'm like, when I knew I messed up bad from the moment I got in that mud and Rob asked me what was in that case and I made up a lie and bad math, I was like, it's done. I'm done. He's recognized me for who I am. And I spent the rest of the days like sort of dodging that off, but it was unbelievable. So to be standing there in the final 3 is I don't have words for it. It was such an amazing experience, and I played my heart out. But I couldn't be more thrilled for Jordan. She super deserves it, and I enjoyed her strategy in the game.
Does that soften the blow a little bit at that final 3 there, where one, you know, you're the second person back, and then also you're ultimately eliminated, just having the lowest case of those 3 there.
Yes.
But to see the 2 women beside you and say, you know what, it's going to be one of you, and I feel really good about that. Does that soften like the defeat a little bit?
It does, because I have a soft spot and a proclivity in my service to women as a midwife, and so that's kind of where my soft spot rests. And at the same time, as someone in the game, I needed Rob not to win. Okay, because if he's in that game, he's gonna win. He's gonna win. Okay, but from a viewer from the couch who's like a Raw fan, I'm like, why y'all leave that man alone? Let him do his thing so he could win. So it's like mixed emotions, but like I'm glad with how it worked out. I couldn't be more thrilled that it came down to 3 women.
So you mentioned on the show that you wanted to start this birthing center and your background as a midwife. Has Jordan enlisted you? Are you going to be part of this?
It was a surprise. Jordan's pregnancy announcement was a surprise to everyone but Nick.
Everyone but Nick.
Nick is a liar.
And I am so thrilled. I know Jordan and I had spoken at length, and we've heard also her story and her desire to be a mother. I think that's one of the most amazing journeys that someone could take, if they take that journey willfully, that is. And I'm just so happy to see her go on that journey. And she's in a different state than I am, but I'm sure she's going to utilize her resources to have a wonderfully supported pregnancy journey.
Oh, but don't mess with that.
That's great. No, that's so great. Now she's got, it sounds like the cast for the most part is like all great friends. So it's like, even if you can't be her midwife, you could be like
Yes.
the text midwife. Like that's
Absolutely.
great.
Absolutely. Yep. And for the most part, yes, you got it.
I'm just impressed she managed to keep that a secret from everyone.
Yes.
Like I really
Yes.
am so shocked.
Yes.
That's so great.
So shocked. She's amazing. I couldn't be more thrilled for Jordan and her family as she moves forward and creates a family of her own. So that's the way the cookie crumbles, and I'm thrilled. This was an amazing season. I understand people wanting to have tapped out early. I'm glad y'all stuck through. I'm glad we didn't lose Rob season
No.
episode 1 because I was worried. I was like,
No, nobody
We wouldn't
tapped
have
out.
let
Who
him.
tapped
I was
out?
concerned.
Nobody tapped
Yeah.
out.
I was concerned.
Also, the rest of the cast brought it. It was like
Yeah.
that was the thing is we're worried. It was like, oh, is it just gonna be Rob? And then we saw everyone else came and brought it.
It got spicy. Stephanie, you said you're a gamer. What do you say that? What do you mean? What other games do you like? Talk to us.
Wow. I mean, so like I've said to people who probably don't know, while the rest of the cast was in their toddler diapers, Stephanie was on the couch watching Rob run circles around these fools in Marquesa. Okay. And so every time he returned, and some of my favorite seasons, of course, I mean, I've watched pretty much every Survivor episode. Big Brother is what brought me into this particular realm because I applied and got pretty far in the Big Brother interview process and unfortunately didn't make it.
Wow.
And then got invited into this. And I'm like, I've been watching Big Brother again since its inception. So like, I love these games. I love guys like you guys who recap and rehash, like I live for this stuff. I live for strategy. I live for storylines. I live for the villain, even though they can be curated now that I understand how.
You're like, now that I'm the villain, I can tell there's some movie magic going on.
Yeah, you saw the sausage was made.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, that's how we create a villain. Understandable.
Stephanie, can I ask you one question? I want to go back to that one challenge that we played the clip so many times when you were the set off the whole thing. Yeah, were you acting in the when you talked about it was the worst case scenario?
No. There was a little. I will give you a little piece of an edit. The part that was the worst thing that could have possibly ever happened was the fact that I had to go twice because my first hit missed. I didn't get anything at all. And I had to get hoisted back up on that tree. I'm petrified. I don't even like to fly in airplanes because the thought of my feet being off the ground is unholy to me. It makes no sense. I don't enjoy it. And so that was miserable. I had to fight through so much. And it was over the course of 2 days of recording. I didn't think I would be able to do it. I was wheeling and dealing with Rob. Like, what will happen if I don't go?
Yeah.
It was tough.
This was before even knowing what you're hitting. It's just like, I just don't want to get back up there again.
Not want to get back up there. And when I missed it and realized that I would have to do it twice, and then for it to land on the steel, I'm like, this is dumb.
The worst thing that could possibly happen.
Yeah.
That was the worst. This is the worst. Like, it was
compounded.
Yeah.
And then the tree fell down. It was the sun.
Look, that was everything. Just seemed to just spiral out of control after that. I was like, well, Stephanie, so much for your tactic of laying low. You're it. Yeah.
So Big Brother, Stephanie, you still about that life?
About it. Still be there.
I feel like we've been robbed of not getting this yet.
Right. That's what I'm talking about. I'm like, so you still applying, right? Because
Oh my goodness. Well, now everyone's on to me and no one will ever trust me for the rest of their days.
No, it'll be fine.
It'll be okay.
Okay. All right. Well, Stephanie, thank you for making some time. I know you're going to talk to Chappell tomorrow, so looking forward to hearing that. And all the best to you, Stephanie.
Thank you. Keep doing what you're doing, guys. Love what you do.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay.
I told y'all she was one of us.
I know. She knows.
She knows. She knows.
That's fun.
We got to get her to do a deep dive on Survivor the Amazon.
Gosh, I know. It's so crazy because like on the show it was like outlined like, okay, So Aaron kind of knew a little bit of Survivor. He knew who Boston Rob was. Obviously, Kim Mattina is the one who like spills the beans about who Rob is. We didn't know that Stephanie was like a Survivor historian of her own.
Yeah.
Like she kept it.
And
Either it
Big
didn't make the
Brother.
edit or she kept it quiet and she said, "I'm going to keep this to myself because I know what
Yeah.
this guy's
She
about."
said the
I love it.
Marquesa. That's how you know she
Yeah.
you know,
For
Yeah.
real.
the
For real.
Marquesa.
All right, we're
Only
trying to
knows
bring
knows.
Jordan on. I saw Jordan is in the chat, but I wasn't able to
Jofo.
add Jordan with her username. So, Jordan, if you could just hit the camera button to request to come on, then I could do it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jofo.
Yeah, not the only Jofo
Queen.
that we know.
Yeah. The winningness one. This one's got it, man. I'm so happy for her.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
If we can get her.
We don't. Yeah, there she is. She's here.
Click-
Yeah.
She's here.
Let's see.
Camera, Jordan.
Let's see. I can add.
I had trouble getting into Jordan.
Kim,
you know,
Kim
us
Tina
Libras.
in the comments as well.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Here she is. Okay. Here she is, the winner of Deal or No Deal Island,
Maybe.
coming in.
Committee.
The banker is saying, I don't know if she's worth it.
Yeah, Rob, get on the banker on the phone.
Please.
The helicopter has landed. Jordan's taking her sweet time. She rich as hell now, and she with
Look at
child.
this. It's me, Jofo, followed by Cerie Fields. How about that?
Oh man.
All about Cerie Fields. Okay, Jofo. I ain't even got Cerie following. I've been
Me neither.
You're one of her children.
Look, and she don't even know it. Dang. Jenny, you got the Cerie follow?
Me? Come on.
Jenny, you
Cerie doesn't know who I am.
Stop it.
Cerie
Stop
doesn't
it.
know.
Preposterous. Cerie knows.
This is worse than when Jenny was trying to get in and I kept hitting the button.
I can't join a live until
I
I
would
stop
say
moderating.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got the moderating thing too.
Yeah. All right, remove his moderator. Okay. How about this?
Are we all
I just made Jordan the moderator because I couldn't add her.
Honestly,
Yes.
I would let her moderate.
Yes. Jordan! You'd be such a good moderator. Congratulations, Dondi!
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Crazy. Totally nuts.
Yes,
You just impressed me even more by not only winning this and then keeping the biggest secret of all time for however many months.
I now have trust issues with all my friends. They're like, we can't believe you on any level anymore. The show,
Okay, you got the money, so.
Yeah.
Crazy.
You've been dying to tell people, I'm sure, about obviously your baby, but also the money.
Yes.
Yeah, you've been sitting here lying to all your friends and family for months.
Like literally for months. Like Nick came out to visit, so that's how he knew. I started to show then. I was like, okay, he's gonna know. So he was in on the secret, but other than that, crazy. Totally nuts.
Congratulations, Jordan. Jordan, how are you doing?
I mean, I'm on cloud like 10, 11, 12, like one thing after another. I feel so relieved to have everyone like celebrate all of this together. It's bittersweet. I'm definitely going to miss like these Monday nights and tuning in and seeing everyone strut their stuff and all the drama. I mean, we were a great season 1 cast. I'm going to give us that.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm
Claudia
great. I'm like wondering
is in the chat. Says, so happy that you won. Totally deserved it.
Claudia. I adore her, and they didn't air this interview, but I like did a whole interview about like how much I learned from her about like confrontation and like standing up for yourself and doing so in a respectful way. Like she is goals. I tell her that all the time, like the most hardworking person I know. Like she's amazing. So lucky me to have been on the show with Claudia, Rob, like every single contestant. I wish episodes were longer so you got to know everybody more because it's a great group.
What was it like playing Deal or No Deal for real money with $13 million on the board against the real banker, Howie?
Unbelievable. I mean, I sat on my couch watching this show for years. So to be up there playing and to see like huge amounts of money, and that's why I was laughing at everyone that's like, no deal. I'm like, yo, this is like an insane offer. Like in a regular
Think
game
of what you could do with that. Yeah.
people would have lost their minds to have that. So it's wild to be standing up there yourself versus having watched. But like, gosh, bucket list item accomplished. Like to have played and Howie was so fun. Like great Great banter, no hard feelings. It was like a very fun way to celebrate the end of a great season.
Yeah, Jordan, everybody is so connected to your story at this point. So happy for you and your pregnancy. I saw a lot of stuff online about people saying, "Oh, I hope Jordan wins because it would be an amazing story, it'd be so inspirational." You got it all. That was incredible. And you got to watch all the drama unfold while you were there and at home because it seemed like you just got to spectate twice and you just clean them up. Jordan, people going to be talking about your game every season like, "Well, we don't want another Jordan situation to happen." You get a cautionary tale.
It is a cautionary tale. They gave us those rules because, we signed up for the show. It's never been played before. There's no rule book. So when we showed up and they told us, how the game would be played, I was like, okay, I think this is a strategy that'll work up until a certain point. I thought, much earlier on, I would have had to choose a side, but I'm like, there's so much animosity towards different groups here. Like, let's just let them duke it out. We are going to kill it in competitions. And when the time is right, we are going to really kill it in competitions. And it worked out. Crazy.
I mean, watching the final game, you against Howie the banker, it was just like first of all, we're getting such a feel good end to the show with you prevailing and winning here, like a win that everyone can get behind, which I think was so fun about how it ended because it was so messy and there was conflict at points. Like it definitely brought the drama throughout the season. But then to see everyone, and it was so nice to see everyone back there at Temple together.
Yeah.
All rooting for you, like coming together, like giving their input on the cases. Like it really was more of a celebration than like the conflict that we saw throughout the season. So it was really like a nice bow put on it to like everyone was on board and, it's not a vote for who's going to win here. It's like, how much money can we win this one, Marina? Like, how can we do this together,
Exactly. And like, we fought excursion after excursion. Like, those were numbers that people had claimed in their cases. Like, let's do right by this. Like, let's try to get the most money possible. And I try to credit every single, cast member for that. It's not easy to sit there. And of course, you like would imagine if that was you, but everybody was truly so supportive of me. I like really felt, and even now, like the text messages, like so humbled, and like Amy's amazing. That's not an easy situation to be in and to rewatch, and like to have her continue to support me in the ways that she is means everything. So it's a really good group. I'm grateful. I have no idea how they picked me to be part of it, but I'm grateful they did.
How did you get involved with this?
I saw an ad on TikTok and I was like, this is it. I mean, I explained my story in the show, but I mean, I think we all have those moments in life where it feels like everything is like coming crashing down. I was like literally scrolling on TikTok one night and I was like, I really need this. Like, I need to get away. I need to be away from my phone, away from responsibilities, like stop the doctor's appointments, all the things, and just like take a pause, take a beat, and like reconnect with myself. And I truly came back like mentally stronger, spiritually stronger. Like, I'm so much happier. I'm so much more pleasant. I like refuse to let myself get to that place of discouragement that I was in before I joined the show. And I honestly like truly credit this whole experience to that. Outcome aside, like I said this early on, like with 3 excursions down, I'm like, I truly feel changed by this. And that's when I was like, wait, at the beginning I was like, why me? But then I like turned a switch and I was like, why the hell not me? So then I started to like really kick it into gear and it paid off.
Well, it seems like a lot of the other cast like came out with those lessons. Like that is the thing, is like obviously you got the ultimate payout. Like you win, you get the money. That's incredible. But everything you're saying about like the life lessons and the confidence
Priceless.
and that seems to be more of a widespread thing that a lot of people took away from this.
And that's the thing. I think reality TV can get a bad rap, but I think if you do it in a way where you have the right intentions going into it, and you can be fun, you can be entertaining, but like really think about how do you use this to like better myself, and then how do you use that to then better other people? Like that's a beautiful thing, and I'm so happy entertainment can do that for people, and it did it for the 13 of us. And hey, season 2 cast, we are ready for you. It's gonna be great.
It's going to be amazing watching the next few seasons of this, because I'm assuming we're going to do this for a while, but people are going to be trying to emulate your strategy. They're going to be referring to you and be like, oh, that might be the Jordan of the season.
Crazy. Before I went on, it's funny, I heard you mentioning Sari before I joined. She was like who I wanted to embody. I'm like, she is a badass, but she does it so gracefully, and she's like so true to herself. And I'm like, That to me is like an A+ game. So to be able to have done that, and then she like messaged me back, I was like, you have no idea. Like I was trying to embody your whole strategy. Since she said she was watching with her son, like to know that I'm that is like bizarre. Like I'm a normal person.
No,
Truly so
not anymore.
Jordan, what you know about Cerie, Jordan? You've been watching Survivor on the low. You're a fan.
You know what? I
about
need to
Survivor?
find photos of this now. I'm going to track it down at my parents' house. My 7th birthday was Survivor themed, and we went to the beach. I lived in California. We all had torches. We like did worms in the mud and had to like fish it out with our mouths. Like I was a huge Survivor fan. So to be on a show that is so similar and to like be mentioned with these names, like to be mentioned in the same sentence as Boston Rob is unbelievable. Like
You beat
I'm
him.
really so normal.
You beat
So
You beat
this is
him.
wild.
Rob. 7-year-old
Oh my
you was like,
gosh.
what the heck? You beat Boston Rob. That's crazy.
Oh gosh. Wild.
So cool.
Jordan, out there on the island, was the drama more intense than what we saw on the show, or did the show not even capture how crazy it was?
I think in some instances it didn't even capture how intense it is. There's so many ways this could have been edited. There were so many stories. There were so many alliances. Like we did hours and hours of interview after everything. And like, gosh, I just wish every episode could have been longer because there's so much to unpack. So yeah, that little fraction that you saw was truly a fraction. It was no joke. Like tears, emotions, running across the beach to each other. No joke. No
We're
joke.
telling NBC we need the 90 minutes.
We need
Yes.
the 90
season
minutes.
2.
We
Minute
need it.
episode.
Yes, 90
Yes.
minutes.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Besides the baby, what else is coming up for you, Jordan?
I honestly am so excited to just have like this relief that I feel like with everybody knowing all the things. Everyone's like, anything else? I'm like, no, that's it. You know, the latest on my life now. And to enjoy it. Like that is what this experience taught me. We didn't have our cell phones. We were sitting on the island and you had so much time to think. Like I would write in the sand all the time and it didn't work in that one excursion, but you know, I was trying to bring it back. So I think like I need to do that now. Like I saw how beneficial that was for me that I'm so excited to enjoy and relax, learn how to be a mom. Like that's a huge priority. My husband's already killing it. So as expected, of course. So yeah, that's what's next for me in the short term. I want to like soak in every moment.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Jordan, congratulations again on the big win. I know you and Chappell are going to talk more tomorrow.
Yes.
Looking
Let's
forward
do
to
it.
that.
Yes.
So amazing job all season long.
And thank you all for following all of this. Like this means nothing without a bunch of people that are rallying behind the show. So thank you all for being such dedicated fans.
It's our pleasure.
Really
Jordan, thank you so much.
Of course. All right.
Congrats,
See you
Jordan.
soon.
Yeah.
Bye.
Okay. Bye. Okay. Wow.
I think we got that right, you guys. I think this is our winner. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, just have a winner energy from somebody.
Yeah.
Like, you look at her, you're like, yeah, she won. She won.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
She's
If it
got
was
the
a vote,
winner
we
glow.
would be giving it to her. You know what I'm saying?
Could be the baby coming too. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we talked with Amy, Stephanie, and the winner, Jordan, that if anybody was looking for Boston Rob tonight, he's not a night owl.
That's
Okay?
why
We
they
know
did
this.
the alliance without
Not
him.
not
He wasn't
a
up
night
late.
owl. He's going to bed. He had a
He's knocked
banana
out.
and that's it.
You know?
That's it.
We will have a interview with Boston Rob coming up on Tuesday. But thanks to everybody who checked this out. Thank you to Claudia who's in the
Yeah.
chat. I saw Kim in the
Claudia.
chat as
Nick.
well. Nick.
College
Yeah.
Hill season 2 coming soon.
I think
Claudia,
Miranda
already.
was there.
Miranda. Yeah. So
Johnny
thanks
Cash
to the
showed
cast
up.
for showing out.
Yeah.
Yeah, who wouldn't show up for Jordan? Again, I just, like Jenny said, a winner that we could all just get behind and say, this is the person who we all feel good about rooting for in that final briefcase thing against the banker. You know, it's like, there's no like, oh, well, I'm rooting for this side, this side. It's like, nah, right? Everybody can come together and really support Jordan in this win, and it's been beautiful watching her make it happen.
Yeah.
Okay. And so for you night owls who are here watching us live, we've got a full recap of the finale coming up on the Robinson Podcast YouTube channel. Go to youtube.com/RHAP for all of that. And then on Tuesday, we'll have the exit interviews with the entire Final Four coming up. So that's really going to be great to check out as well. Chappell, where can people follow you for your stuff?
At Recap Kickback. That is right. Right here on Instagram, Recap Kickback on YouTube, youtube.com/at Recap Kickback. Go to recapkickback.com/subscribe to keep up with all the stuff that I'm doing. Not the exit interviews. The exit interviews we're here on RHAP, but then they will direct you back to Recap Kickback where you'll see all the podcasts that I got going on. So check that out and follow me on all social media platforms, I guess.
And Jenny, for you?
On social media at Jenny Autumn, and Chappell and I will continue our coverage of the GOAT on the Hit or Quit feed. So be sure to check that out. That's other madness going on over there. Man, Dondi, what a ride! This has been
What a
so
ride.
good.
Yeah.
I've had the best time with the two of you. You guys know. You already know how I feel. So just again, so much appreciation to everyone who tuned in and listened to the podcast and went on the Dondi journey with us, because it's such a good ending. I feel so good. I feel so whole inside. It's great.
Yeah, this was a really great way to end the season. Thanks to everybody at NBC that made this possible
Yes.
tonight. And until next time, Dondi!
Dondi!
Now, gotta figure out how do we end this? How does this end? Okay.
How did it end?
How does it end?
I don't know.
The Deal or No Deal, I want a better ending. Okay, let me
It's
see.
still good. It's still good.
Okay.
You got it.
All right. And